This is Queen C from When Sistahs Get Together, and you have tuned in to the second installment of Sistahs Chat. So, actually, I'm going to start off by introducing everybody, which I didn't do last time. To my right, everybody say your names. We have
Laura Reed, Jerry Kim,
Vanessa Williams,
and today, once again, as you know, if you haven't tuned into our first episode of Sistahs Chat, I suggest you do. It's a two-parter. This one just might be a two-parter because there's some things going on in the community and society that women want answers to. So what we do is we have our chat box. We pull out random questions that people send us, males and females, mostly females, and we pull out a question and we discuss it and we debate it and we give our opinions and views on it. And you're welcome after these segments to share it. Please do share them. Comments below, share it on Facebook, Twitter, on YouTube. Like the segments if you like them, and leave your comments below because that gives you another chance as well to express your thoughts and opinions on what we're discussing today. So I got a question from a woman, which I'm on purpose going to pull out of the box today because it seems to be a very filling question with a lot of different underlining issues. So I'm going to read it to you, and this will be the first question that we're going to be dealing with. This woman would like to know, how can we as a society teach males not to be lust dogs and girls to dress and act with more class and dignity? Some males gawk and act like horny teens, even older ones looking at young girls. Females need to not show so much of their body and more of their soul. So, where do you want to start by tackling this question? It sounds like also an opinion.
It definitely sounds more of an opinion. It sounds to me that she coming from the question in the first place. I understand where she's going with it, but the way that she's kind of putting it out there, it just sounds more of an attack, pretty much. So I think there's something definitely going on.
Building on what you say, in terms of the question, yes, even referring to men as lust dogs is a problem all in itself. You should always have the utmost respect for everybody, regardless of what it is that that person is projecting. A projection has nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm. So even if you were to go to a male and now tell him he's a lust dog, you have now automatically put negative energy into what could have potentially been a positive conversation. But in terms of what she is saying and teaching men, I guess to react to women differently, or teaching women how to project themselves into society differently. When it comes to the men, I'm not even going to use them. I will say women. You dress how you want to be perceived by people. If you decide to go out in a bra top and the shortest pair of shorts in the world, please do not expect a man to come to you and approach you saying, "Hello, queen," because it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. So as angry as some women are, why don't women dress differently or whatever, it starts from inside.
Yeah.
If the woman isn't happy with herself on the inside, she doesn't understand certain things on the inside, she doesn't have certain knowledge, unfortunately, these are the types of things that you will now see because people just don't understand, or they don't have the knowledge to be able to portray certain things.
And I also think in terms of guys gawking at females, that in itself is opposites attract in regards to gender, you know, if we're talking about that. So whether, despite the age of any female, if a female looks sexy, is dressed sexual or whatever, or they find them attractive, they will gawk. That's something you can't control on either side of the fence, whether it's male or female. So in regards to teaching, you can't teach somebody not to act a certain way, but you can change the reaction you get, like you said. If you don't like that and you don't put yourself out there like that, then you won't get that attraction, or you won't get that reaction that you don't like. But I feel like that's not something that's just today. That's generations. That's, you know, I mean, it's something that happens, and it's going to happen. because again, it's the thing that's pleasing to the eye that gets someone riled up inside and whatnot. But and again, like you said about the way women dress, there's nothing wrong with dressing sexy or dressing in something that makes you feel that way. But if you feel like you're comfortable within yourself in whatever it is that you're wearing, or however you're putting yourself out there, your reflection, then that's cool. But if you know what you're doing possibly might get a reaction that you don't want, then the best way to avoid that is not to delve into that, right? So like we said, being, you know, the way you feel, it makes you feel good within yourself and whatnot. If that's what you're looking for to attract, because women do wear certain things to attract, then just be mindful of what you're putting out there.
It's not
Right?
going to be the
Exactly.
thing that you want.
Yeah.
You can't wear ratchet
Yeah.
and want a king.
Yeah.
You can't.
Jerry,
It won't happen. I'm sorry.
but Jerry,
Like if I'm
it's
going
true.
naked outside, best believe that I know who I'm attracting.
Yeah.
I
And-
cover myself because I know that this is how I feel comfortable and what I want people to perceive me as.
And don't expect, what are you looking at me for?
Thank you.
I got this on.
Exactly.
But it's
I won't be
true.
breaking my neck being like this person.
If you go out wearing a certain thing, hello, I do it too. I'm female, but please understand, I have a different mindset than some people.
And it's how you
But-
carry yourself.
Thank
Because
you,
when
it
you
is.
see that confident woman walking down the street, like I said, male or female, your eyes go to them because their aura is something totally different.
And it doesn't even matter how they're dressed because, you know,
Yeah.
You just
you
feel
can
it.
you can be walking down the street in track pants and an oversized t-shirt and still get people honking on the
Yeah.
horn,
Yes,
cat
it's
calling out the
true.
window. But it's just one of those inevitable things as a female. I think that it's just something that I've had to learn how to deal with. I remember being younger and like swearing and cursing and throwing up middle fingers and you know, trying to show that, you know, hey, you know, back off. I didn't ask for your opinion.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself kind of thing. But since then I've kind of learned, you know, it's going to happen. And, you know, we can certainly encourage our young men to approach and carry themselves in front of women in a respectful way. There is that sort of element there, but in terms of handling it as a woman on a day-to-day basis, I think, you know, just being sure of yourself inside is, you know, I couldn't agree more. It comes from within. So if you have the power and the ability to, you know, wear that short skirt and you know, wear that, you know, bra top with, I don't know, what is it, no pants Thursdays half the time? You just wear like just a shirt and shoes. Okay, so if you're gonna go outside wearing just a shirt and shoes and, you know, then by all means have the strength to carry that.
Yes,
but
that's
that does,
it right there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it right there.
But
yeah,
then you
yeah,
can't
but
complain.
but you also, but just in terms of assault, right? We've been hearing a lot about Krista Ford and making those remarks like, well, if you don't want to be attacked, don't.
What was up with that?
I know.
There's a direct
I
link
know.
there because,
I know.
you know, once again, it doesn't matter what a woman is wearing. It doesn't matter what a woman is doing. There is that risk, and that's just a sad reality. But it's not okay to assume that all men are attackers, and it's not okay to assume that all women who wear no pants and shoes are asking for an attack.
Exactly. Exactly.
But that's what our society is portraying, no?
Well,
Because, like-
just like her reaction, to saying if you dress that way, then get what you get.
Yeah.
You know. So basically, it's like if the knock on wood, you know, but if the tables were turned and that was to happen to her, then she wouldn't be saying the same thing, and her dad would be, you know, blowing a different horn.
Exactly.
But like you said, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. There are tons of women who go to work in a nice suit and a skirt and rocking their heels and are doing whatever they're doing and still get harassed.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily by even someone who looks like someone who would be, you know, catcalling and stuff like that. It could be the same person who's sitting in the desk across from her.
Yeah,
just
true.
you know, so it doesn't matter what someone's wearing or what they look like or whatever. The fact is, like you said, if you carry yourself a certain way and you have that confidence and you own who you are out in society, then you will get the reaction that you want. As far as males, you can't control that. You can't control that because, like you said, if you're in a sweats and a t-shirt and someone's still catcalling you, it's like, man, what do I gotta do? Like, do I like burn that bag? Do I like beat myself up? Get some black eyes? You know?
Oh my god, gosh, that's so funny.
It's true. I remember a time like walking down the street one time. I think I was pregnant with my second. I was on my way to the boom spot. Beep beep, big belly, and I'm thinking.
If anything, you're even more attractive when you're pregnant.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I'm glowing and everything, and I'm like, babe, like going to the store. I'm like, is it like? Did I don't get it. You know what I mean? But
No,
I don't know.
it is.
To each his own, I guess.
I think energy is energy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They say when a confident person walks into the room, there could be 1,000 people in there.
They're all turned.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
is just like,
It has
what's
nothing
going
to
on?
do with what they're
Regardless
wearing.
of
Yeah.
what you're wearing, half the time, regardless of your facial features, if you somehow have that essence and somehow have that energy, that usually is all it takes.
It's just so
But
refreshing.
once you
It
start
makes
putting other
everybody
things
just-
on top
Yeah.
of it, obviously it exuberates it. But if you know how to channel that energy, you're fine.
And
Most
I'd
of
say
the
for any woman who maybe is battling that confidence or feels that maybe they need, because there are some females, they don't have the confidence within, so they feel that they need to present themselves a certain way. I would suggest, if you know there's people around you, maybe you don't want to tell that person, but I'm telling you, one of the greatest things is giving another female, another woman a compliment.
Yeah.
So
You,
So true.
it is like, it's just an amazing feeling to be able to do that and to be able to receive it. And if there's someone around you who you know, you go into work or you're going into school and you're like, man, she just seems so sure of herself and whatnot. Don't be afraid to ask. Like, no one communicates and, you know, talks to strangers anymore. Ask her, or maybe if you know what her method is, maybe apply it to yourself in a way that works for you. Well, you know what? I see that she doesn't acknowledge that. She doesn't worry about that. She just deals with her studies, or she has her focus, you know? Then do that and try it for yourself and see if it works. Then really all that extra stuff that's out there, you kind of, it's like you have blinders on and you have plugs in your ears. You don't even hear it and you don't even see it because you realize that doesn't matter. What matters is me and where I'm going.
Exactly.